right, now we are going to look at our strategies. So you're going to have this long list of obstacles, and now you're going to create a strategy for overcoming every single one of those obstacles. Everything that you have on the list on this side for your obstacles, now you need to create a strategy for. You're also going to include, in addition to the obstacles, you're going to include strategies for every action that you need to take. This is literally your task list, everything that you need to get done in order to reach that goal. So you're going to list all of them out. You're going to get all of the actions that you need to take. And then you're going to put strategies for any actions that you need to stop doing. So like for me, when I'm doing structured eating, I stop eating sugar and flour. And so what are my strategies going to be to deal with all of that? That probably already came up in my obstacles, but just make sure that you've thought through all of those things and that you have a strategy for each single one. Be creative. All right? Here's the thing. Right now, your brain has been in the place of finding all the reasons, all the obstacles, and now your brain is going to want to keep going with that. Your brain is going to tell you that you shouldn't do this, that you can't do this, and here's all the reasons why. It's really going to want to camp out there. And I just want to tell you, you can do this. That future you exists in the world, and you can make that person come true. You can do this. You've got this. Just figure out how and use your brain to do it. Say, okay, we're not thinking that way anymore. If you knew how would you overcome this obstacle? If you had to guess, what might be a way that you could overcome this obstacle? How are other people overcoming this obstacle? What are other people doing to achieve this goal? Ask your brain to go to work to find the solutions. And you may not come up with them all in this sitting. Sometimes it helps to mull on them. But you know, like when you buy a new car, if you're not buying your own car, when you like your parents get a new car and you're riding in that car, all of a sudden you see that car everywhere. Like you didn't really think many people had that car, and all of a sudden you see them constantly. It's the same thing. Once your brain is aware of it, your brain goes to work. It doesn't really care what it's busy figuring out answers to. It's just going to keep thinking along whatever line you have guided it to think along. So when you ask your brain, I want you to come up with solutions, then just listen for it, and it will. And it's amazing, the different thoughts that you'll have. Brainstorm those, look for them. If you're really stuck, ask for help. Again, go to ask a coach and say, these are some of the obstacles that I can't really think of strategies to come up with. Put that in there, but get a strategy for every single option and get your task list really detailed. Most importantly, no I don't knows. You can't answer an obstacle with an I don't know how I'm going to do it. All right? You know. If you had to guess, what would it be? I don't know puts you into paralysis. When you think I don't know, you usually feel stuck. And when you feel stuck, you don't take any action, at least no action towards your goal. And so I don't know is not going to be productive for you. If you had to guess, what would it be? Just come up with a thing. I'm learning how. Something I need. So maybe an obstacle is, maybe the strategy to an obstacle is a skill you need to learn. Maybe it's a belief that you need to cultivate. It's okay if you're not there yet. It's okay if you don't know how to do the skill yet. It's okay if you don't believe that yet. But those are the strategy is going to be to overcome those things. All right? So now take the time to come up with all of your strategies.